I want a job, so how much salary will you give me?
Stop getting the wrong advice. Want a job in the Middle East? Contact Loy Macedo.
I'm going to tell you about a habit of mine which is not healthy, but it has helped me achieve success. Okay? I discovered the word is, I'll tell you the word. Okay? This happened during the Gulf War when we had to leave Dubai, UAE, my parents and I. And this was the 80s, the Gulf War. You know, Iraq invaded Kuwait. And my parents, because they thought a nuclear bomb or this or that would explode or something, so they, out of the fear, they all went to India. So my parents went to India and Bombay, 4 bungalows. So we were, trying to adjust to our new lifestyle there. And I remember one day I saw this shirt. It was a black shirt with nice neon colors, and there was a word written there. And I didn't know what the word meant, but I liked that shirt. It was nice black with neon blue and neon green and white, but there was a white writing, and the writing was obsession. Okay, the word was obsession. So I didn't know what it was, and I asked this guy, what is obsession? So these guys laughed, these friends who were in the locality. They laughed and said, yeah, that's you, all right. And I didn't understand at that time what was obsession, or, and I don't know in what context did they say obsessed, and they were laughing. It's not that I was obsessed. I don't know why they said that. So I was very much like, oh, I'm obsessed. Okay, what is obsessed? When I did check the meaning, those days there was no Google and all that. I checked in the dictionary. Possessed was being possessed by a demon. I was like, oh, okay, did they mean that? But then I saw the meaning obsessed. Obsessed means being so crazy about something, or, So maybe they looked at it from that point of view. However, later on, I did understand the term. Being so crazy about something that you have to get it, or you have to do it, or whatever. Now, why do I bring this up? I'll give you the context. There are lots of people who have lots of goals. Okay? There are people who want to lose weight. There are people who want to look attractive. There are people who want to be rich. There are people who want to, convince someone of their love. So there is healthy obsession, and there is not so healthy or bad obsession. Bad obsession is you fall in love with someone so much, or you want someone so much that you stalk them and you become their stalker, or, until they call the cops. So that's like unhealthy obsession. Or the obsession towards, say, drugs or recreational, addictive substances. So that's one form of, maybe unhealthy obsession. Hey, doggy. See this way. Smelling me. What do you want, doggy? I don't know. He's following me. Strange. Maybe he likes me today. Just hope he doesn't bite me. I think if I walk a little bit, he'll stop. Okay. And I'm not very comfortable with an unknown dog smelling me. I don't know when he'll suddenly want to bite you. Okay. So I was talking about obsession. So that is unhealthy. Now, what is a healthier version? The healthier version is, I don't know about others, but I'll tell you about me. Where is the healthier version? What do you want, doggy? I'm making a video, man, doggy. Yeah, I'm not after you. Don't worry. Female dog. That was a break. Okay. So let me give you an example of a healthy obsession and unhealthy obsession in my life, okay? So as to be specific. The unhealthy obsession I'll start with first. Now, this is where my obsessive personality became a drawback. I told you this game, Dominations, which I play online. When I compete, I like to be the best. Now, I was so obsessed about this game because I was just a beginner. There were people who started this game like 2 years ahead of me, 6 years ahead of me, and they were at a very high level. You know, there are different stages. There is the primitive stage, the medieval stage, the industrial age, the digital age, space age, then there is information age. You know, you can keep going up, 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 up. So I was at a very beginner level, and I calculated and I realized that if I had to reach the level of these current champions, it would take me around 4 years. I was like, fucking hell, 4 years, man, what the hell? So I tried to figure out a way to make a shortcut. And I found out that if I spend money in the game, I would reach there. But there is a smart way of spending the money and there is a stupid way. And let me break the suspense and tell you I did it the stupid way. The smart way is you pay money, you get crowns, points, and then you gather resources like food, gold, and petrol, oil. In that game, there is, you take your tanks, you take your army, and you fight. It's like a war, you know. You gather the resource, and then when you start building, let's say you're building a house or something, it says it will build in 15 days with 5 people. You have 15 people, so 5 people will be involved in building this house. So there you spend the crowns, the points, and you can get it up immediately. So that's a sensible way of spending. So that way, if you spend, let's say $1,000, can maybe make you go to, let's say 100 points. And then there is a stupid way, which is the way I did. The way I did was, you spend $1,000, and instead of going like 100 points, you spend $1,000 and you buy the progress. You don't gather the resource and all that. You don't do this in a slightly slow way. It's immediate. Without understanding the mechanics of the game, because of my obsession, I ended up spending $5,000 in less than, I think, 1 hour. Okay? $5,000. The total I've spent is today, I think, maybe $12,000 or $15,000 I've spent on that game. Now, why did I spend this? Because of my obsession. You can call it addiction, but it's more of obsessive addiction, whatever. But that word obsession is there. I was so obsessed into being number one. I was so obsessed into being the best. I didn't give a damn. I just went ahead and like a mad fool because I wanted to compete. You know the trophies that you see at the background whenever I do my videos? All that winning is by being obsessed. Obsessed to the point where I would play psychological warfare. I would discourage other participants. I would make them afraid. I do all crazy stuff. I would whiten my teeth. Imagine, for a public speaking competition, whiten my teeth. I would, make sure that my tie was custom made. I would, custom made suits, and I would buy special socks. Even my underwear was supposed to be special, which would make me feel like a winner. So I did all this because of obsession. Now, in a way, you can say, okay, that was how competitive you are, but it borderline to being unhealthy. Okay? And I have ruined a lot of relationships and friendships because of this. Genuine people. Yes? So this is the unhealthy version. Now what is the healthy version? The healthy version is what I do with regards to work. Every day, if you notice, I put up a video. This putting up a video, have you ever thought about it that I speak non-stop for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 60 minutes? How am I able to do this? I'm able to do this because I've honed this skill. It is not easy to speak non-stop on a new topic every single day. Try doing it. I'll tell you, just try. Take a video camera and start recording yourself every single day, 30 to 60 minutes, non-stop, on a new topic every single day, keeping it interesting, keeping it fun, keeping it entertaining, engaging. And then after that, obviously, the video editing, the sound editing, the uploading, upload it. And on top of that, remind yourself, you're not getting paid for this. Okay. Now, for me, this is a healthy obsession. Why? Because it sharpens my skills, it makes me better at my craft, it adds value to my brand. It may not pay me directly, but indirectly it brings food to my table. So that obsession to really be the best is good. Okay? So, what do I want to summarize this whole conversation with you? It would be that, you need to channelize your drawback, whatever it is, and make it your plus point. In my case, whatever it is, whether it is obsession, I told you I'm obsessed. I made this from a negative trait into a positive trait. Yes, it does sometimes spill over into certain areas and proves to be negative, but I try to be aware of it. See, one is obsession. The other one is my attention-seeking habit. I love seeking attention. It's obvious with the tattoos. It's obvious with the, being online. But I made a attention-seeking weakness. I made it into my strength. Today, it helps my brand survive and sustain globally because I'm visible online. Okay? My restlessness, my craziness, I've channelized it into the work that I do. So in everything that I do, I made sure that I've used it to the best of my ability, kind of like a judo, taking the person's, inertia and using it to your benefit. I don't know if that's the right word, inertia, the speed or velocity or whatever. So they are moving towards you, you take their own speed and use it against them. So I've used every drawback, whether it is being obsessed, whether it is being, competitive, whether it is seeking attention, whether it's talking too much. These are the traits that I have, the hyper energy. And if you actually look at it standalone, it can be really bad. Being hyper, people don't like it. Being talkative, you don't make friends. Being an attention seeker, at some point it drives others mad or people mad. Being obsessed, people don't enjoy such a individual. But I've used this, I've figured out ways and means to make this into a blessing or a plus point. In fact, to the point where I even got a life partner, my wife, who doesn't mind these characteristics. Yes, sometimes it does get to her, I'm pretty sure. But I've used it, I've used it to my plus point. And thankfully, I don't smoke, I don't drink. Never have. So overall, it has worked best for me. But yeah, I did get obsessed and crazy and addictive and competitive where sex was concerned and getting females. Thankfully, I didn't get any STD. So yeah, guys, this is where obsession, and this is where, I made my drawback, especially my obsession, into my plus point. So if I could leave you with one message through this video, it would be, whatever is your drawback, you can't fight it. Eventually, it'll overtake you. So figure out a way to either channelize your drawback or to replace your drawback with something else that keeps you so busy that you actually use it for your benefit. So, like how I used my bariatric surgery because I was obsessed with food. I couldn't stop eating. And today, because of my surgery, I just cannot eat, and that's how I lost 50 kilos. Exercise that I do anyway. Yeah. So anyway, these are my thoughts. You let me know. What do you think? Yes? Yes? You want to see my baby? Yes? What you want?
Say hi, Papa. Let's go. Papa.
My wife goes outside and goes to the forest and gets all this. She eats food from the forest.
It's nice.
Yeah.
If you try, maybe you will.
Yeah, you see, that's the benefit of my wife. Good. Okay, guys, take care.
I want a job, so how much salary will you give me?
Stop getting the wrong advice. Want a job in the Middle East? Contact Loy Macedo.